In 1968, George Romero brought us Night of the Living Dead. It became the classic horror film of its time. Now, George Romero brings us the most intensely shocking motion picture experience for all times. Dawn of the Dead. Night of the Living Dead has ended. Dawn of the Dead is here.
It gets up and kills. The people it kills get up and kill.
They must be destroyed on sight.
When there is no more room in hell, the dead will walk the earth. Dawn of the Dead. In 1968, George Romero brought us Night of the Living Dead. It became the classic horror film of its time. Now, George Romero brings us the most intensely shocking motion picture experience for all times.
It gets up and kills. The people it kills get up and kill. This situation must be controlled before it's too late. They are multiplying too rapidly.
Dawn of the Dead.
Meet me on the roof at 9 o'clock. Get out.
Unbelievable.
We're gonna get out in a chopper. We've got to survive. Somebody's got to survive.
They kill for one reason. They kill for food. They eat their victims.
Imagine, if you will, that something has gone terribly wrong. Shoot it back now. Accept the fact that there's no escaping the horrible consequences. George Romero brings back the dead. Night of the Living Dead has ended. Dawn of the Dead is here.
You're invited to visit the refreshment stand, where you'll be greeted with fast, friendly service. You'll find hot dogs, juicy hamburgers, and mouth-watering delicious pizza. There are refreshing hot and cold beverages, ice-cold cola, and orange drink. Goes great with an order of crispy French fries. Then there's a wide selection of your favorite candies and other delicious snacks. And there's always a fresh batch of hot buttered popcorn to go with the rest of the show. So visit the refreshment stand now during this 10-minute intermission and add to your enjoyment of the movie. We're happy to have you with us tonight and hope you'll come back often.
Because I am agoraphobe and you are not. What is up here?
Here
We're
we
finally here.
go.
After all those intros and trailers and all that crap and hoopla, I am a hoopla kind of guy, Chris. You know that.
Dude, it got me all excited, boy. I'm all ready to go, all clammed up hands, sweaty hands. I'm ready to go. I'm ready to fight the dead in the mall.
Cool. Yeah, man. It just blows my mind how Dirk doesn't like this one, man. But hey,
It's not his cup of tea, you know.
Yeah, to each their own. But I fucking love.
I'll say this: give the devil his due. Without for this, we would not get the masterpiece that would be later be known as Zombie or AKA Zombie Flesh Eaters. You know, Zombie 2, whatever you want to call it. Like you say, really all-star cast of producers, special effects, just everything. Really, I'm just shocked I haven't seen it until now or going to watch it till now. This is good release by Second Sight. They do an awesome job. So.
Yeah. Here is my VHS copy of Dawn of the Dead.
Oh my goodness!
I have Max version.
Right from Anchor Bay. That's a hard one to find. That is way out of print. That's gonna be worth some bank.
There is the Argento cut. Here is the Japanese cut.
Oh, dude. Yeah, that's really nice. Wow.
And here is the Ultimate Edition, which is still, believe it or not, is still my favorite one.
Yeah, that comes with the graphic novel and all that stuff. And yeah, great release.
And then, of course, the piece de resistance.
Yep, that's the one. Yeah.
Yeah.
You get what you pay for. They Second Sight pulls no punches. Heads up too.
Mm-hmm.
Got the email. I have high tension coming, baby. It's coming, man. And I can't wait to recheck out that transfer there, boy. I have the Blu-ray Lionsgate released, so expect maybe a 4K steelbook of them bringing that out. But I love that film a lot. That scares the bejesus out of me. It's like top 10 horror for me, so I can't wait till that sucker comes.
Yeah, I missed that pre-order because I got caught up collecting vinyls, which I promised it was in the other room. Here is the Fog that I promised to show everybody. Here's the Fog vinyl.
Oh, hell yeah.
You got that right here. Here, hell, I'm just going to go ahead and pull it out and show it off while I can.
Go ahead.
Here's the back. And then here is the
oh, hell yeah.
And then it comes with a whole booklet here. It's bad fucking ass. And Mikey, if you're there, you asked about me starting to add to my music collection. I have an original Kiss Alive 2 from 1977 in nice condition. So yes, Dawn of the Dead 1978, man. They put this together. George was down on his luck. He wasn't feeling it much anymore. His last two, 3 films, there's always Vanilla, and there's the Crazies, and there was Season of the Witch. They hadn't done a whole lot.
Arrow has both of those. Arrow has the Season of the Witch and the Crazies. I didn't know, because I like the remake of the Crazies with Timothy Olyphant a lot. I didn't know that was based off of that film, that you mentioned. I almost tempted to get that in the Arrow sale that Barnes & Noble was doing. I was almost tempted to get that, but I didn't. But, I'll probably be next on the list. Martin, right. All those other ones,
Martin, yeah, he'd done Martin. Yeah, I got Martin Second Sight. I was all the way up on Second Sight until, let me see, till maybe Chainsaw or May or one of those, and I've fallen off since then. It started with Ginger Snaps. I didn't get that, and I haven't got them since. But I am going to catch up on them. But what I was saying about George was, all of a sudden, Dario Argento gets a hold of him and says, "Man, I love your work. I think you need to put out another zombie flick. How's about you get a change of pace? You get a change of scenery. You come here to Italy, and I will help you produce and write, if necessary, your next one. So he wrote the whole thing there in Italy. They brought it back. They produced it. Of course, Dario produced his own cut of it that doesn't involve any of the mall music or any of that kind of stuff. George put out his usual, social commentary version of it. And now we have two great versions of Dawn of the Dead. So,
yeah, it's just crazy, just the relationship those two had.
Yes.
Yeah, thank God for Dario. Really, I mean,
Yes.
I've seen out of the trilogy. Of course, it's the OG, like Night of the Living Dead, and I love Day of the Dead. Day of the Dead is a banger of a film, zombie film. It's like one of the all-time greats. It's really good. So,
What's weird about Day of the Dead, and I've told this story before. I was like 12 years old, and my mom took me to see it. You can imagine my mom taking a 12-year-old to see Day of the Dead. Well, they wouldn't let me in because at that time there was no unrated; it was X.
yeah,
And
it was that. Yeah, no R.
No one under 18 would be admitted. Period.
Yeah.
With your parent or not. So I ended up going over and seeing Return of the Living Dead, which I definitely didn't lose out.
Oh, right.
But I didn't get to see Day of the Dead in theaters like I wanted to. A few years later, on VHS and all, I got to see it, and it wasn't a disappointment. But the funny thing about Day of the Dead is it was always, out of the three, it was always everybody's least favorite. But over the years, I would say it has aged the best of all three of them.
It's probably the best trilogy of zombie movies ever done in cinema, because I don't think you can do back to back to back like that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I don't think you can do that specifically with horror nowadays, specifically like that, and just pave the way to Return of the Living Dead, which is, dude, that has a cult following. I mean, there's so many different musical cuts of that film because of the rights with the music. You don't know what kind of version is the OG, I think, original version, but it's really nuts.
Yeah. But I think it's funny. For years, Dawn of the Dead was everybody's holy grail.
Right.
But about the last 10, 15 years, Day of the Dead, I would say out of that trilogy, Day of the Dead has aged the best out of all of them.
Yeah.
My favorite's still Night of the Living Dead.
Oh, that's one of the greatest black and white films ever done, in my opinion. I mean, yeah, it's way up there. Just really, really good.
Did you see the colorized version of it?
I have not. Even the remake, which I still need to watch, which I have on DVD, that Savini directed, right? So
right.
The 90s one. I still need to watch that one. A lot of people think that one's way underrated, just as a film in general, because it's a little different, but it's still Savini kind of putting his chops in there a little bit, and it's still Savini with his practical effects and what he's done. So,
oh, definitely. I'll take it one step further. I think Nicotero is one step better than Savini. I think
that,
and I think he took what Savini laid the groundwork for and made so famous and made so iconic.
Yes.
Learned from that school, and made it even better.
Yes. You always have to have somebody take the mantle from somebody else. It happens. I mean,
and who better, man? Who better?
Yeah.
There we are. There's Dirk. He says, "What's up, y'all? Just dropped in to show my support. Cannot watch."
Yeah, I saw him in there.
The film. There's Ninja when there's no more room in hell. Yep. You see, looking forward to seeing this.
Because he's an OG fan of stuff like that. He does not like the remake of Texas Chainsaw Massacre, the one with Jessica Biel. He does not like that one. He won't.
He's a purist like I am.
Yeah, he is a purist. With The Shining, which I get that. I love The Shining too. I get that a lot. But I do. I get that. So
same here. I don't know how many dislikes. You know, back on YouTube when they used to show the dislikes?
Yeah, the thumbs down button. Yeah, they got rid of it.
Yeah, they used to show that, and I'm kind of glad they did, because one of my very first videos, I show a really nice 4K edition of The Shining, And I made a critical mistake in there, which is never a mistake in my opinion when I give my opinion. But I put in there that I still, no matter what, I appreciate King and all that, but I still prefer Kubrick's film over King's novel.
Oh, I love the Kubrick film. I love the Kubrick film because it's more of a horror film. It's like the Carrie books, because Carrie's the only book I've read from Stephen King. And with the film that Brian De Palma did, you see the difference. There's always a different thing in this because he can go, Stephen King, let's make that clear. He goes batshit crazy a little bit in his earlier books. He just does. You know what I mean? Because the Shining deals with alcoholism for the most part. Yeah.
He tells what color underwear you're wearing, where you got them, how much you paid for them.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, right, exactly. So
this is my good friend Eric. Do you know Eric from Hey Internet Eric?
I've seen him in other chats and stuff like that, and he said hi to me. I said hi to him back and stuff like that too. So really cool. I recognize everybody here. I see
Awesome.
Guys here, Caveman Movies and More. Thanks for stopping by there, my friend. I appreciate it. He's the one who does Caveman Movies and More is the one who does the thumbnails for the streams that I do.
Awesome.
Very cool, talented dude. He's helped me out a lot. I've helped him out a lot. We help each other out. Very cool dude. Follow him if you haven't.
Excellent. Yeah. I subbed to him last night, as a matter of fact.
Very cool. I see Juno's here and stuff like that too. One of these days I'll have to get on, if I'm available, 1 year wrestling streams and stuff like that, because I'm an OG wrestling fan. I used to watch wrestling shows with my grandfather. So I know.
Check us out this coming Monday. We're going to be doing some fantasy booking.
Oh,
we're going to be doing
that's what I mean. Yeah, fantasy booking. Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
James Van Dusen. I don't think I know him, but welcome, James. Nice to meet you, brother. There's Texas Russ. What's up, man? Speaking of Russ, where is Russell at? I ain't seen him in a minute.
I saw Russell, I think, a couple days ago in the chats and stuff like that too. He's a busy, just a cool smoking man, you know. He just does his thing. He stops by different chats. And
Ty over at Junebug. What's going on, Junebug? I've seen you in a minute. Hey, Sean, how you doing, brother? Thanks, everybody.
Hey, there, Sean.
Lady J in the house. Thanks for coming,
very
Jay.
Cool to see her here. Yeah, glad Lady J is doing good. Sub to her. She does good little quick YouTube shorts and stuff like that too. She's very artistic. Awesome chick.
She is excellent. She has been with me for what? Shit, probably going on a couple of years now, Jay. Let me see. About a little Extreme Theater. Yeah, I decided to throw this in on the Extreme Theater. Mick Mars won against Motley Crue. Good. Those fuckers need a little bit of humbling. Thank you, Jay. I worked my ass off on those intros. You know I always do. I do them guerrilla style. I do them old school style because I kind of like to throw that little VHS, that little old school grindhouse look into them.
That's why I love. That's why I still watch some DVDs. You get that grindiness in there and stuff like that. I love that stuff. Like, you know, it's just really cool.
Hope everybody's doing great. No, don't want to hide current comment. No. Let's see. All right, got it all lined up here. Anybody who wants to join up with us here, I am going to throw in here just in case somebody doesn't have the film, which I don't see how, but hey, if you don't, hey, all the love to you. I understand. I have many versions. You want to borrow one of mine?
I got this version off of Amazon, I think. Oh God, last year it was like $40. I had on my wish list, and it's like, yeah. And this is not the big box one, but still $40, and you get three cuts of this. So it's like, hell yeah. So it's why not? This is good version by Second Sight. They like doing this, and it's a nice little box. It's a media book wise, but at least it has a sleeve and so.
So the other thing that you didn't get here, let me see. The only thing that you didn't get was the hardback book, the novel. Here, let me show you.
The novel. I've kind of seen it and stuff like that. I'd have no room for it. I still have no room for it. Oh yeah.
You get this book, which is basically it's essays and all that stuff, pictures. Here's the novel, and then like 3 or 4 CDs of the mall music and the Goblin music. You get the entire soundtrack with it.
Yeah, that's very
Um,
cool with the soundtrack. Like I say, I'm a fan of Goblin. Funny thing about Goblin, because Deep Red's my all-time favorite Argento. Period. But
Okay, man.
it Goblin almost sounds like the theme to Halloween. I've noticed that Halloween 2 sounds a lot like it. Maybe that's
Yes.
why I love Halloween, the second Halloween film, a little bit more than the OG. I don't know. That's just me, but it sounds like it. Yeah, it's weird, you know. That's probably what I love about Goblin in general.
Yeah, that's the Alan Howarth influence thrown in there.
Right, right, right.
So yeah, but yes, welcome, Jay. You know, you were always welcome here. You were very missed, and I'm glad to see you tonight. We're going to kick some ass doing Dawn of the Dead. If anybody needs any time to get this set up, let me know, and we'll run our mouths for a minute here until we get ready to run this. If not, everybody start throwing up the thumbs up, the Aussie sign, the middle finger, whatever. Just give us a sign that you're ready, and we'll get this rolling.
Like I said, you know, did my Giallo showcase this afternoon, got that out of the way, and then expect Keith to be on my channel tomorrow. It's me, him, special guest, very cool. Going to be him, me, Dirk, and Darren talking about four De Palma films. So check that out. De Palma, one of my, you know, just getting into De Palma. I mean, the second coming of Alfred Hitchcock.
Oh, yes.
Second coming of a lot of stuff. There has been issues like he's never watched any Giallo. I think that's bullshit. I think he's lying up his ass about that. But, you know, it's going to be a fun time. Love talking about him.
Yeah, and I've got a lot of things to interject about De Palma tomorrow too.
Oh, absolutely. And like I say, it's basically 4 films that I don't think maybe get talked about enough specifically, and we'll get to that. Like, it's going to be Sisters, Obsession, Blowout, and Body Double. And I don't think Obsession gets enough credit. So, and we'll definitely talk about that.
That's probably the one that I have seen the least. So I'm going to watch that during the day tomorrow.
Absolutely.
Because it's probably been a good 10 years since I've seen it, even though I have this really nice version of it.
Oh, wow. Boy, Arrow had a lot of those windowed. Oh, wow. That's an old school window cover with the booklet. That's crazy. The only one I have of that is Bay of Blood, and I was surprised I got that one. I didn't think I'd be able to get a Bay of Blood window version from Arrow. So
I have 24 of them. I have here's Deep Red.
Damn, that's a nice one.
I got tons of them. Oh man, tons. Here's one more Dawn that I forgot to show. Here's Dawn of the Dead.
There you go. Yeah. Really Arrow in the UK during that time and stuff like that. Orbit, sometimes you have to keep an eye on Orbit. Sometimes they'll have those. You just have to look out for them.
The cool thing about this is that they don't know exactly, because these were limited anyway, but they don't know exactly how many of these survived. During the making and producing of these, there was a fire at the factory that was making them, so they don't know how many. So they don't know how many survived.
Wow.
So I have had 2 of them. I sent one of them to my good friend Knight from Night Watch Zone, so he has my other copy.
Very cool. Yeah, absolutely.
And my other house by the cemetery. Let's see. My other house by the cemetery. I had 2 of those too, and I sent it to my good friend Ninja Jason from
very cool. Yeah, absolutely.
Share alike, man. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah, absolutely.
So, if everybody is ready, we'll get this fucker rolling, because I'm looking forward to you seeing this, man, and making your own mind up and everything on this.
Oh yeah.
I think Dirk's crazy. I'm gonna give him some shit about that tomorrow. Definitely gotta give him some shit about it. So if Stop me if you're not ready. Otherwise, I'm gonna do the slow 5. Are you ready, Chris?
Yeah, let's do this, man. I'm all ready to go.
All right. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and we are doing the extended cut. Play. And this fucker starts right out, man. He starts right out. Shit's hitting the fan right the fuck away.
One of the people I recognized in here, I don't know if it's the same name or if it's spelled differently. She was married to Brian De Palma. She's the one that played Murphy's partner in RoboCop. I forget her name off the top of the top of my head, but I saw a name similar to that in the credits.
Oh, Nancy Allen?
Yeah, Nancy Allen.
No, it's a different Nancy Allen.
Okay, that's why I kind of thought. I'm like, wait a minute.
But this chick right here, this blonde, this Galen Ross, she went
Yeah.
by a different name. She's in Madman. Have you ever seen Madman?
That was the last order I made in the Vinegar Syndrome subscriber sale, the sale that they had when they had a sale every day. And
Yeah.
that was the last day they had the Madman 4K from them. And I snatched that up. So I have one last, it's going to be my final Calm the Hell Down, Chris, video I do. Yeah, I got to stop doing that. So I'm just waiting till everything comes in. I already got my stuff from Amazon in. I'm waiting for my stuff from Vinegar Syndrome to come in. I'll do an unboxing of the second site for High Tension. I'll do an unboxing video for that one, and then
But she's in. She's just using a different name because back then, early '80s, she did kind of like an acting class and went through an acting studio led by a Russian woman, and she was afraid it would hurt her career, so she's not using her real name in.
I get it.
Madman, but it is her.
Yeah, a lot of people did that. I mean, it's like, which is funny, old school Stephen King books. If you got his hardback, says Richard Bachman. He actually has a picture of the actual Richard Bachman on there. How crazy is that? An actual picture of the dude. You know, it's like, okay.
Yeah, you see at the control booth, you see George and his wife are sitting there. Not that control booth, but one at the very beginning. You see him sitting there and he's freaking out.
One of the news people looks like the dude that played Fredo and The Godfather. Just that hairstyle, you know, that 70s hairstyle that they have.
Yeah, John. I can't remember his last name, but that dude was a great actor.
He
died way too young.
Afternoon. I mean, with Robert, not Robert De Niro, Al Pacino.
Al Pacino, yeah.
That's another film I got from one of the Arrow sales. Cruising. I need to check that film out. I haven't watched that one yet. Well, the Hatchet Boys is in the chat. What's going on, my friend?
Hey, what's going on? It's been a minute. How you doing? You was never a real person.
They got the rifle, son.
Yeah, she's just completely just went haywire here, man. People just don't even care anymore. Look, even the security guy says, "Fuck it, I'm leaving."
No, Eric makes a good point. That's not a picture of Richard Bachman. He was never a real person. Bachman came from the band Bachman Turner Overdrive. Okay.
Yeah,
My goodness. That's trippy. Pen names. Everyone had pen names. What is it? Because I follow I follow a couple of booktubers on YouTube. One of them, Mike C. Vaughn, very cool dude. He does like older books and stuff like that, more classic books.
Mhm.
And he did one. I'll remember them in a minute, but those authors that did stuff like in the 80s and early 90s and stuff like that too, the more trashier horror authors, I love those dudes a lot. Like Valancourt, who brought back their paperbacks from Hellline and stuff like that. Like The Nest is one. That's a trippy novel, dude. I love it a lot.
So they have an idea, but they have an idea that shit's hitting the fan, but they just don't get. They just
Yeah,
they
they're
don't
just
get,
oblivious to it, like having the argument, like
yeah.
that's just cool. This dude says it's like they die, then they rise, and then they eat, it's like
Yeah.
it's almost like the Terminator.
Yeah.
Yeah, Salvatore Argento, and as part of the executive producers, I think. So, but yeah, Dario always worked with his dad at the start.
You like video, like any videos, as in
Watching the extended Cannes cut, or that was shown at the Cannes Festival, I guess, which is the director's cut in general.
haven't had a chance to check out any of your content yet, Caveman. But I'm going to. I've been preparing for this and getting all this prepared since we announced it yesterday. But I'm going to get on that tonight. No, then you get your basic prejudiced idiot here, which is completely lost it in his own way, and you'll see what I mean. So you're just kind of looking at each other like, oh. Now, this guy that pops out of here, you can tell he's got some darkened skin on him with the longer hair. Him?
Yeah.
The one with the red bandana? That's the guy that played Mark.
The one he says, stop, hold it, stop, and stuff like that, too.
Yeah,
he tells him not to go. He's like, don't do it.
Yeah. That's the guy that played Martin.
Oh, okay. That's cool, man. Yeah, regular appearances, so.
Yeah. All these earlier ones were basically George and his friends basically getting together.
The familiar faces and stuff. Might as well just stick with what stick with the same kind of people. What she did with Miss McCall in all the the Gates of Hell trilogy of films. It's always her in them.
Oh, I love her, man.
Oh yeah, Laura McCall. Oh yeah.
She did 3 or 4 in a row for him.
Yes.
Well,
I do count Zombie to be the fourth or be the start of that, so you can call it a quadrilogy of films, Gates of Hell, because it's the same premise.
Yeah. And I have that one next Tuesday night.
You have The Blind Dead too coming up too. Watch along. I have to get that released. That Synapse released. Tombs of the Blind Dead, I think it's called. I've heard that's a really good film too.
Right here.
Nice, very nice. Oh yeah, that's the Steelbook. Huh? I think Synapse might still have it, maybe not, but Synapse does a great job. They're one of the other companies that does really good with their transfers. I have quite a few box releases from them, like Tenebrae and Phenomenon. Phenomenon is fucking awesome. I love Phenomenon a lot. My God.
Yeah.
You take every slasher film or film franchise and you just mix them all together and you get Phenomenon. Really, Friday the 13th, Nightmare on Elm Street, dude. It's it's like, you know, a flash of the blade playing and stuff like that. You get that riff stuck in your head every time you see that.
Yeah. Shoot it, man. Shoot it. Shoot it in the head.
Yeah, shoot him in the head.
What are you waiting for?
The officer is just loading off on his revolver, just loading off on that like crazy. I'd be terrified too.
Yeah, he's completely went ape shit, just like they said. No, don't trust him. Doesn't he look a little different?
Just a little bit. That's when the
nice effects.
That's what I always liked about the earlier films, because George was the one that started it. The paranoia starts to set in. You're like, is he bit? You know, and shit like that. You know.
Yeah.
It's like, who can you trust?
Yeah, you know, it is right.
That's right, you know, he was.
Yeah.
He was.
Oh, that hurts my parts.
That hurts my parts.
Hurts my part.
He's in his hot house. Great death in Silver Bullet, man. Drags him right down, and he's already dead. Just by the way, he's already dead. Just like that. That's why that's my close to being number one. I love Silver Bullet a lot.
Yeah. Actually, Phenomenon was what was the first Argento that I ever seen. And absolutely loved it. Yes.
That's a great Synapse release. That's like what, 3 different cuts on there, or at least 2. Dude.
Yeah, I've got several copies of that one too. You know.
That's a great release by them.
They released that on Window too.
Dirk wants to do another versus stream. He wants to do Tenebrae versus New York Ripper. That sounds interesting.
Right.
I love New York Ripper, and I always said New York Ripper was Fulci answer to Deep Red. They said it's his answer to Tenebrae in that aspect. I'm like, I can see that.
Yeah, because it's both of their actual slasher.
Yeah.
If they had a slasher, that was them.
Tenebrae's more stylized, dude. That chase scene with the German Shepherd is crazy. That's dude, how much more can she go through?
Right.
And that's funny. A lot of CBJ says Zombie's the greatest Italian horror ever made. I can agree to disagree with that, which is funny since Fulci is my favorite director. To me, the greatest Italian horror ever made is Suspiria. I love that film a lot. I said it's the opening to the ending is just like, the music.
I absolutely agree, Juno. that is Argento's best. That is my favorite Argento. And
Wow.
yes,
Yeah. That's a hot take a little bit. I do like it. It's one of Daria Nicolotti's most, probably her best role next to Deep Red.
She is so missed. She is so
she
missed.
let go in that film. You know, Daria let her do what she wanted, dude. She is, boy, my goodness, you know.
Yeah, we wouldn't have Suspiria without her. She is just as important to Suspiria as Deborah Hill was to Halloween.
Okay.
Because Deborah Hill wrote all the teenage interaction in Halloween, where Daria Niccolotti wrote all of the conversation between the dancers and stuff.
Oh, right. Yeah, because it's all girls, like
right.
Before that. That's what Dario originally wanted, because it's a school, so he wanted younger ones. You know what I mean? You know, so of course they had to look kind of older like that, but I always found that interesting.
Excellent, Jay. Excellent. And yes, Juno, you can join me next week for Zombie.
Yo, get to the boat. Get to the boat.
Oh yeah, this is fucked up here. This one they bust through here, and all the zombies are where they trapped them in this room, and they're all sitting around here eating on each other.
Yeah, there's some in like sleeping bags. They're all jumped up or something like that. The white sheets, and they're like, "Uh-oh."
Yeah, where they pretty much sent them down the laundry chute or the doorway.
Right. Yeah, they sent them down the laundry chute. Yeah, you see the one dude poke open up there. He's like, "Oh shit."
Yeah.
The cop did the right thing. He did the right thing. I would too. I'm like, I'm not letting him sit there and do that shit.
Yeah, he just. If you look really closely here, you can actually see a tear come down Ken Forey's eye.
Yeah.
It's fucking him all up. The fact that he just, the weight of the whole thing is actually hitting him. You know, he just can't believe what the hell is going on here. I mean, and you wouldn't.
There's no more room in hell. I'm loving this so far. I mean, how can you not? All this modern crap that's out in the world nowadays and stuff like that, dude. It's no wonder people come back to this, because this is what filmmaking is, really.
This is great. This is great. He says, he said, "You more? No, it's all done, man." And he goes, "It's all done." And he goes, "Jesus Christ." No, watch this guy after him. He's like, he just sticks his face in and checks it out. Still believes there's respect in dying.
They're all taking like the boxes of the cigarettes and shit like that because they need them like really badly. You know,
Right.
It's just when they had them back there in the day, just boxes full of them.
Now, I think this is a scene with Joe Pilato in it from Day of the Dead. Of course, he's playing a different.
A lot of familiar faces. Like I say, they look maybe kind of different. Not who I'm thinking of, but a lot of them look familiar wise.
Yeah, he's playing a cop in this one, but the head military asshole in Day of the Dead.
I am surprised. Happy birthday, by the way, to John Carpenter.
Yeah, happy birthday. Yeah.
Yeah, happy birthday. I'm shocked. He never did a zombie film, really, like a zombie film. You know what I mean? Like, you can say The Fog is kind of close to that, but, you know,
man.
I'd like to see his kind of touch on that, specifically with Deborah Hill around that production company. Dude.
Yeah. In my opinion, when him and Deborah Hill, over personal reasons, and I could go on about that, but I won't. Their personal reasons. I felt like Carpenter lost a step when he wasn't with Deborah Hill anymore.
Right. Well, you can
You
tell
know?
the music was the same, and then you kind of separate from that, and it just seems different. When you kind of
Yeah,
keep it's what happened with Fulci when his crew kind of went their kind of separate ways, and he had that same crew forever. You know what I mean? And you kind of see
yeah,
the difference there. You can see the directing style still the same, but the music, the production in general is not there.
yeah.
Jesus,
There,
it's
there he
everywhere.
is. There's Joe Pilato from Day of the Dead.
Jesus, they're everywhere. Just can't go anywhere.
Joe Pilato died a couple years back too. Joe
I think
got him.
when I look at this too, I think because of films like this, we wouldn't have gotten Red Dawn either.
Right, right.
Because it's that
Yeah,
apocalyptic type scenario, right? You having children or young kids and stuff like that picking up weapons because they have to do it. Avenge me! Avenge me! Avenge me!
right. Yeah.
It's funny. It's
Some,
like the other posters I've seen by House by the Cemetery, and it's just that one with McCall going out of that crack in the ceiling. That's a trippy scene with that anyway. It's like, oh look, it's this tomb that's underneath this carpet. Sure, I'll go into that. Sure, I don't notice it or nothing. It's like,
you got
and
any
you don't see
cigarettes?
gas stations like that anymore.
No.
This is the scene they didn't put in the Argento cut, for what I understand. The one helicopter scene with the beheading, I guess it is, or whatever, or close to it.
Yeah. You're a touch ahead of me, I do believe.
It's all good just for the most part wise, just going through some stuff right here. But I mean, with certain kind of films like this, I know that they took out because certain cuts are shorter than other ones. So that's the one thing I go by Cali time. So, here in California, so it's like 9, where it's like 11, like 1 in other places, morning in other parts of the country.
Yeah. Yeah, yeah. They said, "You guys got any cigarettes?" No, man, we're all out. And as soon as they fly away, they start lighting up.
Yeah, start lighting up. You see the one looks like he's the comic relief a little bit, like where they say, let's go to the island. What island? Any island.
Any island. Yeah, chewing his gum. Yeah.
He's all wide-eyed and stuff like that, and he goes, I got extra cigarettes with this huge crate full of cigarettes and stuff. It's like, here we go. Again, Keith, how many films did Romero do before this one?
Well, he had done Not Living Dead. He had done There's Always Vanilla, Season of the Witch, The Crazies, Martin. He had done I think 5 full films.
Martin's a vampire one, right?
Yeah. Well, he thinks he's a vampire. Yeah.
Thinks he is. Okay.
Kinda. It's kind of odd. You definitely have to see it. Have you ever seen Martin? Yeah, can't have you passing out.
Yeah.
You're flying the helicopter, dickhead. All the I love Romero's take on the good old boys here. They're making a party out of it. They're drinking their
Right.
coffee.
Yeah, they're all dancing around. Yeah, you know.
They're taking pictures. They're hanging them up and shooting them. It's
just some sense of reality here to try to get away from all the terror that's going around them, you know.
right. Yeah. Oh yeah. Definitely would be a cigarettes would be on a drug level as far as
Drug level
value. Yeah.
Other than that, if you find a broken down liquor store just full of booze and you just like, here we go. It's
yeah.
like
kind of like what they did in the remake when they're communicating with the guy across the street.
oh yeah, dude. Burt Reynolds.
Boom! Jay Leno. Yeah.
Jay Leno. Hot take. That's my favorite zombie film is the remake of Dawn of the Dead. I love that film. I love it a lot. Down with the Sickness playing at the end. Are you kidding me? It's so good.
Oh, you're a big Disturbed fan?
Oh, yeah. I'm a huge Disturbed fan.
I fucking love Disturbed.
Them Device? Dude, Device is cool, pretty good. His cover band? David Draymond? Dude.
Draymond's a hell of a frontman.
You Think You Know and Vilify are hella good songs. Vilify is a trippy music video. That's a trip. Their new album's all right. I like it.
I don't think I've well, yeah, I have heard their new one. I've heard a couple songs off.
Yeah, I like them. I like FFDP. That's Five Finger Death Punch. I like them a lot. More of the newer bands. You know, I always like those two.
Yeah,
they're pro-military, but
I'm actually a big fan of. There's a lot of people that don't like Believe or 10,000 Fists, and I think that's two of the best.
10,000 Fists.
That's two of their
Believe
best.
Believe is one of their better albums, in my opinion. Even the one they did after 10,000 Fists, Indestructible.
Yeah, that's great too. I don't think they put out a bad album.
Draymond's a big dude too. I remember I had my mom watch one of the music videos and stuff like that too, and he goes, "Damn, he's a big dude." He's like, "Yeah, Draymond's a big motherfucker."
I seen them at the 2001 Ozfest.
The Vengeful one, that's a great music video too. On the Vengeful one, dude.
This is a scene that Ken Foree did not like doing, the scene where he's in the office and has to shoot
the kids? Yeah, the kids. I think that's the first time that's been used. That may be the first time that's been used in a film. It's like, oh, he's going there. We're going to go there. We're going to do that. Well, the theatrical cut probably doesn't have that in it. But, you know, it's like.
Yeah. As far as I know, all the versions have that in it. This guy here, this dumbass needs this flyboy here, the pilot Steven. He
just sitting there.
He comes to hit the dude and somehow knocks himself down.
Right. They kind of go down at the same time. Yeah, he's like, oh, like that. He tries to swing wildly at him, so he's like backing up like stiff arm. So he's like this.
Yeah. He's not who he's not who I'm going to take down a dark alley with me. I'm telling you what. Yeah. I refer to this guy as a Frankenstein head.
Right. It's like a. The one
guy
shoots the one guy from a distance, and the blonde is like, "I got it, no problem." Boom! Right in the eye, dude. That was a good shot, dude. They did that kind of perfectly.
Yeah. Yeah, the guy that does the helicopter thing where it jumps off the top of the head. Last I heard, he up until a couple of years ago, he was still doing that bit for people that go and when they have the weekend where you go to the Monroe Mall and shit.
Yeah.
He still does that bit.
Well, that'd be great for extreme haunted houses and stuff like that. And they put you on that trolley or whatever it is, and have you go down and have you shoot the zombies, wives.
Yeah.
That's another good found footage film. If any of y'all have not seen it, The Houses That October Built is really good found footage horror. I like that a lot. That has the actual documentary on there too. Going to those actual extreme haunted houses? Hell no.
Yeah.
Hell no. I would not do that. Going out in the middle of nowhere to those barns? God, you go crazy.
Do not shoot at me. Oh my God, do not shoot at me when I'm on the other side of it.
Yeah, don't do it.
He comes right to him and says, it's not fun, is it?
There's that scene, though, where he continuously shoots in the office at the wall where the papers are at, because there's somebody like on the other side, but he keeps on shooting, It's like he's trying to get something from there.
Joey means business too. Walking down the sidewalk, dude kicks him down and points a gun at him and says, "It's not much fun, is it?"
Yeah.
Never point a loaded gun at anyone, mister.
This is very grindhouse too. This is a very grindhouse type of a film. I've noticed. It's like,
oh yeah,
yeah.
That's why I just decided to go ahead and add it to the Extreme Theater, man. I thought it was perfectly. Lincoln Park, another band that I find underrated. And
I love Lincoln Park. I like Lincoln Park a lot. I got their first album. Yeah.
The sad,
first and
man.
second. Then the remix one that they did was actually pretty good too.
Yeah. Tortured person, man.
Yeah. Until the upper hand is mine.
I can understand. I've got a lot of torment going on in this head too, man.
We all do. Even because I didn't know the lead singer died of Static X, the original lead singer. He passed away, I guess, a couple of years ago. You push it. Yeah, you push it. It's like, dude. I see you're doing a watch along too of I Spit on Your Grave too there, Keith. I may be interested in that if I'm available because I have that one that Ronin Flicks released. I have that release on 4K.
Cool. Yeah, I'm doing the original and then I'm doing
the remake, right?
The remake right after it, yeah.
I have the remake as part of the DVD collection. Or exclusive through Walmart, like Terror Times 10. I think it's the first set or the second set. One of those is the remake of I Spit on Your Grave, which I heard is quite good.
Get a little bit. Try to get a little bit heater going here. It's so freaking cold out there.
Yeah, it's raining where I'm at. I have to admit, that's one thing to fear in life is zombie children, dude. Hell no. Undead zombie children. No. No way.
Yeah.
It's like in the Dawn remake, the most terrifying scene like ever. It's like, what do you want with my baby, right? She has the child. It's like, yeah, but you know what the child is and all that stuff too. It's like, what are you going to do with my baby? I'm like, dude. I love Slipknot there, Sean. Psychosocial? Dude, that's straight up horror. think it was last year, Knotfest and stuff like that, or it may have been the year before that, 2022. They did a special appearance. I don't think, and that was in Los Angeles. I don't think people knew they were going to be there. And they did at their own event, but of course they did. That was a good live they did.
Night, love you. Oh, there, got me a little bit of sorts happening here. Yeah, man, it's stopped out like it's been like 5 degrees. I think it's like up to 8 now or something, and that's hot.
Yeah,
right now.
y'all hardcore up over there. Y'all got through it.
Barely made it. We're in the mall.
What was it? The Chiefs game against the Dolphins. I think it was like -8 or something like that. Those fish got frozen real quick.
Wouldn't be football without it.
No, it would not. The coldest game I saw live was that Vikings playoff game and stuff like that. It was -20. I think it was. Yeah.
You're the game, long time ago where it was the Raiders and the Patriots. It was right at the very
Yeah,
beginning.
the snow. Yep. The butt fumble or whatever it was. When it didn't count.
Yeah.
That's an iconic game. That changed everything.
That was when Tom Brady was first reaching his greatness.
Oh, you and I have different takes about that. But.
Well, I'm. Don't get me wrong. I'm not a Tom Brady fan because he fucked my Raiders. I was watching that because I am a big Raiders fan.
I think he's the most overrated quarterback in NFL history. Now, the media doesn't want to tell you that because they know, because numbers lie in that aspect for him. Numbers lie a lot in his career. But,
Greatest quarterback of all time was Joe Montana.
Absolutely. That I can agree on it.
But can't deny what he has accomplished, though, I guess.
No, you can't. We all have our Mount Rushmore of same thing. My Mount Rushmore of wrestlers is probably different than others. Hulk Hogan's my all-time favorite wrestler, regardless of what you think of him as a person. He saved somebody a few days ago. Dude's a fucking hero. Yeah, Terry's a damn hero. He's the greatest of all time, in my opinion. You don't get reactions like you got from him coming down to the ring. Just him, Undertaker, Stone Cold, The Rock, of course, and Shawn Michaels. I put Shawn Michaels there. He could be the best of all time. So that's all I kind of see stuff with wrestling-wise. For being with one company and doing what he did, it's like...
I got Hogan, Hart, Austin, Savage.
Very nice. Very nice. I was at WrestleMania 21 in Los Angeles. I got tickets, went with my work buddy. Greatest Hall of Fame class of all time. I mean, Hogan, Piper, Iron Sheik, Randy Orton's father, Cowboy Bob Orton. That's a good wrestling family right there. Stone Cold on Piper's Pit. Are you kidding me? Yeah. Damn, that brings back memories. Wow.
Yeah.
John Cena's first world championship. I used to think he was overrated. I used to because I didn't like his good guy gimmick. I never did. I got used to it, though. Now I kind of miss it.
Yeah. Things have changed so much now. All I know is Roman Reigns has held the belt way too fucking long.
He has. That's not by his choice. He's a good person. He's a badass looking dude. He can wrestle and stuff like that too, but it's creative's choice. So I think, and he's a part-timer too. I never liked that idea at all. That goes back to the 80s. You can almost say Hogan was a part-timer because they didn't do that. He didn't defend the title on television. Hogan never did that. He did that on pay-per-views. But, there's no one they believed good enough to take it from him. They thought the Warrior was, but that turned out to be a mistake. And that's one of the greatest matches I've ever seen. Replaying that. They replayed that on YouTube. There's something about that scene where they're both sitting there in the ring. It's crazy. You don't get reactions like that anymore. So
Hogan and The Rock at WrestleMania 18.
Oh, yeah.
That was all crowd, man. That was all crowd.
The crowd makes the matches, and so do the wrestlers. Of course they do. It's Bret Hart versus Kurt Hennig. I mean, that's some of the greatest wrestling I've ever seen. Shawn Michaels and Triple H, those two always did good together because they're friends, of course, so they know how to work with each other. So,
Hart versus Stone Cold at WrestleMania 13.
Oh, yeah.
Great double
to the sharpshooter. Never said I quit. Yeah. That's too bad that didn't go any farther.
Yeah. There's that Hare Krishna zombie is so important here.
Yeah.
I actually have figures of a lot of these.
Back when that was a niche thing, right? It's like now you just see them NECA figures. You just see them all over the place. So it's just like really cool. If I have the funds, I'll try to collect those because I have a few NECAs of the Friday the 13th. So I have Friday the 13th 2 till 7. I don't think they've released 8, and I don't think they've released the original. I think, but I don't think they've released 8 yet.
The original is so hard to get a hold of, man.
Right. Because it's the mom, it's the head and stuff like that too. It's the child, it's baby Jason, as I call it, or young boy Jason,
Yeah, it's him with Pamela, and it'll run you $700.
Oh yeah. If they did 8, they'd have to do the baby Jason where he goes back, It almost comes full circle, right? Where you see the baby child you see him as a child, like he's perfectly fine. Just reverse the process. Yeah.
Wow.
8 gets shit on a lot, but I like part 8. Part 7 is my favorite Jason. Part 4 is my all-time favorite Friday the 13th. But
part 2 is mine. Hatchet Boy says his dad was great friends with Bret Hart.
Very cool. The docuseries A&E did on him, I liked a lot. I like it when they do it for certain wrestlers and stuff like that. That was really cool. Stone Cold's was a good one too, or Steve Austin's one was a good one. Seeing his mindset and stuff like that too, where he kind of, walked out of the company for a bit too. So you think people like a lot of these wrestlers just walked out and stuff like that? No, there was issues. Vince was a huge issue. I knew he talked to Kurt Angle about Vince. He shot on Vince all the time on TNA.
Yeah.
I think that was that one where he said when he was asking for because he said, he wanted more kind of pay and stuff like that too, not showing him the respect Kurt thought he deserved, which I think he did deserve. And Vince got into his character, so what you saw on TV is kind of how Vince was. He'd get pissed off, and it's like, okay. So
little things where the dude snatched the M16 and pulls it through the door, and he walks away carrying it, holding it to his face. He does that throughout the entire film. He walks away with it pointed at his face. It's like he's not quite sure what to do with it.
Yeah,
it's fantastic.
Right there, he just thinks about it. If you want to end it, you're doing it wrong. I mean, if you want to be really cruel about it, you do it like this. So it goes up.
I think he's just trying to figure it out. He's just that zombie's just holding it. He's like, I've seen this before, but I'm not quite sure.
Right, deja vu.
Yeah, because I believe that they do hold some sort of remnants of life beforehand.
Yeah.
Well, and it kind of proves it, you know, with Bub and Day of the Dead, and it Land of the Dead with the organic.
I always like the fact it's like you can come to your own conclusion of what caused it. It's like the way The Walking Dead started out. I love the first season because there's no end to it. You think there is? No, there's no end to it.
Right. Yeah. Yeah. See, and even though this is the extended, see that's why I don't get the people that don't like this, because this runtime might be a couple hours or more, but it flies by.
It's pretty fast paced, and that's why I think people adore it so much. I agree with that. Trust me, I like the slow burn death, which is zombie. You know what I mean? The slow dread. Really, they're just walking, but it's still dreadful as hell because they surround you like that.
Yeah.
Like ants almost. So they work like that.
If there's anything that I don't like about the remake is if they run. That's the only thing about it
that
I
they're
don't.
Fast. It's like
Yeah.
it's like that one scene too in 28 Days Later where the older dude, right? He goes underneath that canopy and the blood falls on him. He doesn't see it coming. Yeah, and you're like, uh-oh. Yeah, that's really good. Yeah, Cillian Murphy. Hello.
Yeah, I guess they're actually making the third one. I guess it's confirmed 28 years later.
28 years, yeah. So it's 28 days, 28 weeks, which I heard is pretty good too. It's more wider of a film, you know what I mean, more scope wise. But I haven't seen that one, just the original.
I love 28 Days Later. That's one I have never done, so I need to do that.
You've seen Rabid, right?
Oh, I love Rabid.
Yeah, I haven't seen it. I haven't seen it yet. I know Scream Factory had a release, but I think it's out of print right now. But it is Cronenberg though, and I try to collect Cronenberg, so his earlier stuff, because Rabid was way early in his career. I think he did that after Shivers.
Yeah, I got several copies of it. This is the DVD of it I have. And then I have several other copies. I just got this. Shivers is one of my favorite Cronenbergs. I just got this media book, this 4K media book.
Yeah, I saw that on Orbit. That's nice. I have the one Vestron released. I'm happy they released that. I love Vestron a lot. I love Vestron Video. Good cheap kind of good Blu-rays, good transfers and stuff like that. And they come with a slip. Why not? If you can get them with a slip, get them with a slip.
Yeah.
Yep. The only ones I missed out on were the earlier ones, like a Slaughter High is like $30 on Amazon right now, and I'm not paying that much for that. That's almost a cursed film, but it's a slasher. But Blue Steel, when they announced that they were releasing that, I pre-ordered that bad boy. I love Blue Steel a lot with Jamie Lee Curtis. That's one of her better films. A lot of people kind of shit on her as an actress and stuff like that. That's one of her better films. I like that film a lot.
No, I have not seen Brain Dead, I
haven't seen Brain Dead either.
Believe it or not, I have not seen it. So what made you so what made you go with the name Chris C, the slasher dude?
Just for my love of Friday the 13th, really. I'm a nerd for the most part. I like my animes. I like, I still play video games every once in a while. I love my films, but I mean,
we all are.
I just used Chris C at the longest time. I used a gamer tag on YouTube for the longest time. Then I just changed it to Chris C. Then I'm like, hell, why not Chris C, the slasher dude, for my love for Friday the 13th. I told that story. Friday the 13th is my all-time number one slasher of all time. That film's a masterpiece. There's nothing wrong with the film whatsoever. There's no issues with that film at all.
Right.
Basically, it was a few months after my father passed. It was still 99, I believe. Had HBO, and my mom went out with some of her friends and stuff like that too, just in the house. young buck, 20 years old. HBO happened to be on there, the uncut version and stuff like that. And she unlocks the door. That's after the film was done with. And I jumped out of the couch. I was terrified. I mean, yeah, it still terrifies me. I mean, the opening scene is top tier horror slasher for me. You know, that's what got me many years later, got me into Giallo and stuff like that. And I just watched a Bay of Blood. It was on Amazon Prime. And I'm like, oh, yeah, Sean Cunningham had to have gotten the idea for that film.
First ever slasher movie.
Yeah.
First ever slasher movie ever made. The first ever actual slasher movie is A Bay of Blood. Also known as
Was that 72?
Twitch of the Death Nerd.
Yeah, yeah, Dirk loves that film too. Was that 72? He did that?
Something like that, yeah.
Yeah, something like that.
70, 72.
Yeah. Because Culture Trini mentioned the film, but yeah, it's this one right here. Yep. Great release. This is the only one I have from Arrow like this. Yeah. Cult Labs was the one that released these covers for this. So
I have tons of.
That's good artwork there, by the way. That's from the boat. That's from the boat scene from the boat.
And you have 4 different cover choices too that you can use.
Right? Yeah, that's a trippy Blu-ray because it's reversed, right? Because it's UK, I think. So it's reversed. Mm-hmm. So it's on both sides. That has like a poster in it and everything. So cool. If I can find these for a good price, I paid $20 for this through Amazon. So it was one of the Amazon sellers, you know, that they do and stuff like that, one of their shops. Yeah, and they had this, so I was very impressed. I got it.
The ones that are really hard to get a hold of is shit like the Beyond.
Land of the Dead, the cheapest I saw was on eBay. That was $60, and that was good. So
some of them, Dawn of the Dead, Day of the Dead can get really expensive.
There's a version of Blood and Black Lace too. The same thing, window cover of it as well. I remember Orbit had it for like a minute, and it's like gone. Of course, because to your point, because I didn't know about the factory burning down, so that happens. It's the whole thing with that little off topic there with that director's cut of Event Horizon, which the director says is basically been destroyed. So, you know, that's my all-time favorite horror film. I love Event Horizon, but I would be interested in a director's cut of that film.
Yeah.
I notice you have like 2 tall dudes, and then the dude in the middle there, he's like what, 5'5" or something. The other dudes seem to be like 6 feet.
Roger, yeah. But he's the marksman though.
Yeah, the marksman. That's what I mean. Yeah, he's the one that pulls the other guy out of the way. He's like, "I got this, no problem."
Yeah, stop trying to shoot my friend. Here, let me help you. Please let me help you.
Yeah, please.
Yeah, they're see they haven't decided to stay in the mall yet. They're just trying to figure it out.
Yeah.
And now they're figuring out, hey, why run away so fast? Here's a Hare Krishna guy. He see this is where it shows that they're not just idiots, that they do have a thought.
Yeah, that they can plan a little bit. Did see the scene where it's almost like plexiglass. They're all like mocking them and stuff, all knocking off the windows at them and stuff like that. You can't get in here. So it kind of shows that they're kind of a little cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs a little bit. Like, that's right. You can't get me. You can't get in here.
Yeah, this kind of situation, you know what I mean? We all talking about what we would do and I'd be okay and this is what I would do. When it comes right down to it, you don't know what the hell you do in this situation. You don't know how in the hell something like this would affect you. This is when you would find out what you're truly. This is what you would find out what you're truly made of.
Oh yeah. Well, doomsday prepping, right? So it works the same way. Like, oh shit.
This is when you really find out what kind of man am I. Stephen? Nope, that's not Stephen. It's Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Krishna. He's found his way up. He's like, I smell brain. No, actually, we have Return of the Living Dead to thank for that. That is the one thing that Return of the Living Dead gave us, is there was no such thing as just eating for the brains, because
the tar brain dude, the tar man dude.
Yeah, I mean, if you think about it, the zombies in Return of the Living Dead, they don't give two shits about eating your body. They just want to eat your brain.
Fucking General in like the mansion and shit like that, or wife beating General and shit like that, having like dinner and all this shit.
That is such a fun one, man. Return of the Living Dead is.
The one actor in there, it's the same singer that was in Part 5, A New Beginning, right? When he goes, "Ooh, baby, baby," in the bathroom stall and shit like that.
Ooh,
I
baby,
recognize him.
Yeah.
Same dude as one of the punk rock dudes, you know. That's
I
love that. I love
that's
that.
Miguel. That's Miguel Nunez.
Yeah, Miguel Nunez. Yeah.
Yeah. Ooh, baby, baby, baby.
Part 5, highly underrated. I really like Part 5 a lot. That was my first trailer I ever saw for an F-13 film. My parents recorded the burning bed on VHS, right? So it had all the commercials and everything, and they showed the teaser trailer for Friday the 13th Part 5, A New Beginning. I'm like, what's this? It's like, because the first Friday the 13th I ever saw was Part 4. Of course, that was on cable, so it was highly edited, but still, it's still a great film. Where's the fucking corkscrew?
Yeah. That's another one of those, man. That's another one of those that took shit for a lot of years, just like Halloween 3, just like Night of the Creeps took a lot of shit.
Night of the Creeps is fun. That's a great film.
The Exorcist 3 took a lot of shit for years. But about the last 10, 15 years, all of these films have made a resurgence, and people are now seeing the value in them.
Oh, yeah. Oh, The Exorcist 3, It's a Wonderful Life.
Yeah.
Or middle name's Kevin. Kevin. It's like they kind of revert. It's
the only sequel to The Exorcist.
Yes. Oh, one of Brad Dourif's best performances like ever. I mean, yeah, Chucky's funny, but man,
probably is his best.
Yeah, look at me, I'm alive. Look at me, I'm alive. Yeah, it's
next to his performance in Zombies Halloween 2.
Oh
when he finds his daughter dead, and he gives
Daniel Harris.
That primal scream, man. Oh my God, that primal scream when he realizes she's dead. Oh man, that's rough.
Yeah.
Great actor.
I like Halloween too.
So do I. That's another one that gets a lot of shit. I like it just because it's weird. It's different.
Really, they all have their place wise where I don't hate them. I don't despise ends. You know, I don't. It's just different. You know what I mean? So it's like, but
I fucking hate it. They ground him up in the hamburger meat. Anytime you do that to Michael Myers, you're on my shit
list. Grinder. Where'd they get the grinder?
Yeah, they are on my shit list. If I could slap them in the mouth, I would.
I do like the death with that one stupid band punk or whatever like that, the blowtorch in the mouth. You see it from the distance. He's like, oh, I was like, oh shit.
Yeah. But yeah, I mean, I could have done without Michael Myers saying no.
No. I didn't hear that. That's the funny part. I didn't hear that, but maybe I wasn't paying attention. But
on Zombies Halloween 2. Yeah.
Oh, that's right. Oh, that's right. With Malcolm McDowell. Yeah.
Yeah.
Became a bitch in that movie. And I love Malcolm McDowell, but he became a bitch in that movie, dude. It's like,
Yeah,
I want
I
nothing to do
never
with
thought I would hate that character of Samuel Loomis, but God, I hated him in that movie.
I loved him in the first film as Loomis. I thought he played that to a T. I thought that was good. You know.
Yeah, he did pretty well.
Rob Zombie does that 70s grindhouse type of aesthetic quite well. You just got to have the right production team around him. He cannot do it on his own. He cannot do it on his own. He just can't. Lords of Salem is probably one of his better films that he's done, next to The Devil's Rejects. But
I've seen that once, and I need to give that another watch because I was kind of in and out. I was really tired, so I really need to rewatch Lords of Salem. My favorite Rob Zombie is House of House Corpse.
I got that release, that Lionsgate released, that box release. That's a nice release. That's the one I have not seen from him either, and that's his debut film, Dr. Satan.
Have you seen this one? Hold on a second.
Which Dr. Satan, his character Dr. Satan is actually based off an actual serial killer, Nazi doctor, called Dr. Satan.
Have you seen this release?
That's the Steelbook, right? Yeah, I've seen that one. Yeah, there he is, right there.
It's looking beautiful, man. I love this Steelbook.
Yeah, that's a great release.
Where do you stand on the Child's Play remake?
Yeah, this is the one I have from them. Like that. The
Oh,
Child's
cool.
Play. I like the original trilogy. I like the first one the best. Two's a fun one. Two's more of a slasher for me. I watched two. Two was my first. I watched two way too young with my parents. Because he's cussing like a sailor in that. I mean, Chucky goes off with the cussing and stuff like that. The scene with the teacher with the ruler. You've been very naughty, Miss Catamel. Like Dad just beats a flipping doll, just beating the hell out of her.
My favorite part is in the first one when they're going in the elevator and that woman says, "What an ugly
he
dog."
calls her a bitch. He goes, fucking bitch.
He goes, "Fuck you."
Oh, fuck you.
Give
me the boy and I'll let you live. Just give me the boy. Give me the boy. You know.
Just give me the boy. Yeah.
I'll let you live. The actress that played his mother was really good in that. That's a little heartwarming, right? They're going to take you away from me, you know, like that. They're going to take you away from me. And you're like, dude.
Yeah.
And the babysitter dies. She like falls out the window, dude. Dude, that's crazy. Gets pushed out, basically.
Dinah Manoff, yeah.
The little hammer. Boom.
Yeah. Yeah, the one that played his mom was from Seventh Heaven.
Yeah. Oh, Sarandon. Sarandon's her last name.
I'm not huge on the
no, actually, it's Chris Sarandon, the guy who played the cop, who's in Fright Night. That's right.
Chris Sarandon, yeah. He's also in Dog Day Afternoon. He's also in The Sentinel. He's also in Lipstick.
I have The Sentinel. I got that in the Scream Factory sale. I still need to check that film out. Burgess Meredith is in that too, and a very young
Billy D'Angelo.
Yeah.
I don't mind the Child's Play remake. I don't love it.
Stranger Things for my taste. It'll grow on me. I haven't watched it in quite a long time. I saw it in the theater.
I do respect the fact that they didn't try to do the possession thing again. They at least went AI with it, so they at least tried to do something different.
Yeah, because I don't think you can get somebody to play Brad Dourif's part because he was meant to play that part. You know, I mean, I'm going to get you and I'm going to get Eddie no matter what. It's just
that was Mark Hamill's voice they used in the AI.
Yeah, they did. I dig Mark Hamill. I dig the Joker, but you know, it's like they decided to settle in, and
she's making cracks. I would make you breakfast, but I didn't bring all my pots and pans. See, she feels
Yeah.
she feels useless. Um, she wants to learn how to shoot the gun and all
Right.
this kind of
I
stuff.
like that
And
they're trying to teach him basically how to survive, right? Because it's like a normal thing now, right? So they're trying to
Right.
get used to the whole idea. Like there's going to be no end to this, so we're going to have to hunker down and figure out something.
and she comes up with the smartest idea of any of them here. She says, "I want to learn how to fly that helicopter because
Yeah.
what if something happens to you? You can't
Yeah,
have only
you need
one
to
of
know
us
how to
knowing
do it,
fly."
right? Yeah, gotta. What happens if you're, all in trouble or injured? We kind of need to get you out of here. You got to teach me how to fly this fucker.
Yeah, we all need to know how to fly this motherfucker.
Same thing with them driving the semis. That's not easy. It's like driving a tank for those trucks.
Right. She just told how it was, and he's like, "Well, she's right, man." And now he's pissed because she just made him look stupid in front of the guy.
Yeah.
He's pissed. He's like, "God damn it. You made me look dumb in front of the boys. I already look like a dork because I can't fire a gun, and here they are, they're marksmen. And now you made me look like a bitch in front of the boys, honey. God damn it."
Yeah. It's like Mr. Pepper from Saving Private Ryan. Every time he does a quote from the Bible when he's all shooting at the top of that steeple of that church, all of a sudden there's the tank. Doesn't see it in time. Boom. Just done.
Yeah. Take it easy, Hatchet, man.
Yeah,
Thanks for stopping by.
Take care there, Hatchet. He does cool watch-alongs too and stuff like that. So thanks for joining us. Appreciate it.
Yeah, don't forget to give us that thumbs up, brother. Appreciate it.
Hello, horror fam. Oh.
Yeah. What they're going to try to do here is block the entrances. That way, see, the zombies they're not worried about. They can take care of them. They can wipe all them out and get them out of the way. They're worried about other motherfuckers. You know, this is the first one to ever really point at other people being the problem, not just zombies. Where the bigger threat could be other groups coming in, you know, just like The Walking Dead did 100 times.
Right, yeah, they find other people.
Which is true. I mean, that would be one of your biggest. I mean, other people would be just as big a threat as the fucking zombies would be.
Yeah.
Because think about it, they'd be wanting to take what you have.
You bastards. You bastards.
Oh yeah, you're a few minutes ahead of me here. Let me
stuff. I'm just like, yeah, it's like we got them, man. We got the bastards by the ass. It's like,
yeah, he's starting to fucking lose it, man.
Oh, dude, you have to, dude. Yeah, where he's telling them to get out of the way, or just put the head up. You know, give me a clear shot.
And you can see his partner Peter looking at him like, dude, you're starting to freak out, man.
Freak out, man. To get blood on you, man. I tell you. Call it. It's called being blood drunk.
Yeah. Just come on, get your shit together.
And use the windshield wipers. It's that one where they're in the mall and they toss that one. It's obviously like a doll mannequin off, and it goes into like the little pond down there. I mean, yeah.
See, because he's trying to make a big party out of it. And this is no time to fuck around.
Yeah, because they're, like I say, blocking off and backing stuff up. And
yeah, you can yell at him all day long. He's not going to hear you.
Yeah, he's not going to.
Yeah. Um, two, uh, two of these were like first time actors, man. They were working at a restaurant, and George kind of came across them, and they asked if they could audition, and he said yeah, and they got the part.
That's always cool about these films like this. Sometimes they just find them, like either they be bouncers somewhere or just like there. It's like, you
Yeah.
know what, you want to play a part? Sure.
Yeah.
Like I say with Zombie, they had to wait until the bridge was clear to do that ending thing. So they literally had to wait until kind of traffic way died down just so they could get a shot, you know.
Yeah. Yeah.
One dude, his arm's all caught underneath the truck, so he just goes.
Yeah. He's getting outnumbered. Oh, that'd be nice having the zombies' blood all over your face.
Right, yeah, just splatters all over there. I think that's when he started to lose it there a little bit. You saw his eyes get bigger. He's like, shit, you know?
Yeah. Keep your mouth shut. Keep
Yeah,
your
dude.
eyes shut. See, now they're using weapons.
Oh, oh, Roger Dunn. That's what happens when shit gets the best of you, man.
Yeah.
I like that with the blonde there. You can see her emotions and shit like that, and she's using the weapons and shit like that. Yeah, she could tell you she doesn't want to do it.
Those on brakes. Listen here, trooper.
Yeah, grabs him is like going, yeah, you're putting our lives at risk. You're putting my life at risk, not just yours.
Yeah. Get your shit together, man, because you're gonna get
Get
this
together.
He's like, all right, I'm good.
It's like, shit, I lost my bag. Not the bag, man.
Uh-oh. There it is.
Yeah.
That's all it takes. Oh,
They took some good chunks out of him.
oh yeah. That one to the calf. And he centered his munching on it.
Yeah, right?
He's like, all right. Worked my ass off for that piece. And then she didn't even let him enjoy it. She shot him. That's messed up.
I know, she's like,
So in other words, it's time to start doing some serious bang up training on Flyboy and the chick, because This dude is the best shot you got. They're like special forces or some shit. These two are.
Got some old school hunting rifles, it looks like.
Just kind of look at each other like, yeah, he's finished. Not yet, but slowly but surely. Here, you want a drink of this? No, man, go down there and find a pharmacy.
Don't see gun shops in malls anymore. Actually, you don't see malls anymore. There's no gun shops and no malls and no malls.
Right. Well, shit, this back 78, though, man.
Shit, Death Wish days.
Yeah. They had pharmacies there, man, where you can go get morphine. It's like, fuck the whiskey. Go get me some morphine.
Right? I know they're all drinking Jack. Here's some Jack for you, but a flipping bottle of that whiskey. That whiskey's terrible. Jack is just bad. Oh, see what they did with them there, too.
Yeah.
They put them in the little flipping, it's like a wheelbarrow cart thingy. It's so funny. Yeah, it is. It's like a wheelbarrow. That's great.
No, don't shoot that in here, man. The bull will be chasing us around.
Right.
I love the little pea shooter he takes and sticks in his belt.
Right? Yeah.
Just in case, why not?
That was a Colt he was holding. Black revolver. That had to have been a Colt. It looks like the one it was actually a family heirloom that my mom had. My dad taught me how to shoot that thing, but Colt's kind of the Colt that they had kind of spit a little bit, you can say, so not had a lot of kick to it, but it was a nice pistol. That's old school. When you used to go camping with them and stuff like that, it was called it's a campsite called Popeyes, I believe, and put up empty beer cans and stuff like that on a rock, and you take it out there, boom, boom, boom.
Yeah. That's why I love you, Jay. She said Italian horror is one of my favorite genres. That's why I love you.
I love Italian cinema in general, dude. Specifically in like the 70s and the early 80s and stuff like that. It's a different type of filmmaking. It's beautiful. It's gritty. It's violent. It's just different.
The colors, man. The colors.
Oh, Italian directors give two shits. They really do. They can give two shits. They're just different type of cats. They just see things differently. The filmmaking, the whole eye thing and stuff like that. I love that shit.
Oh, yeah. Like in opera.
Oh,
where,
yeah.
Daria goes to peek to see who's out there, and blam, straight through that fucking hole, straight through the head.
Opera's a masterpiece. It was dangerously close. It's up there in my top. It's probably up there in my top 5 all-time shallows. But it's like, wow.
Hey, Mikey wants to know.
Oh, dude, I love going right now. Yeah, I'm loving it so far, dude. It is funny, the blue zombies there a little bit, but this is experimental. It's an experimental film still, it's in color, so you see colors. You see colors of the zombies and stuff, so it's just different. So I have no issue with it. Oh, the Molotov cocktail.
Well, there's a story behind the blue pancake makeup. Through the cameras that they were using, Savini to this day kicks himself in the ass over it because of the way that they came out blue like that. He said it looked different through the lenses, and he didn't notice that they were that blue like that until after the editing was done.
Right, and this is second side too. People complain a little bit because they do so good with their transfers that Texas Chainsaw Massacre looks like a newer film, right? So they're like going, there's no graininess to it. That's probably why I love that release so much. You know what I mean? It's just different. Where you kind of see what was it, 35 millimeter film looks like.
Yeah.
Like cleaned up. That's what it looks like. It's great to me. I have no issue with that. Or
that's the best transfer that's ever been done on Texas Chainsaw Massacre, in my opinion.
The best transfer for a slasher I've ever seen, to tell you the truth, is Blue Underground's The Prowler. 2K transfer. I mean, she's walking by the pool. You can see the body there, but she doesn't. That's how good that transfer is.
Yeah.
She doesn't see the body, and it's like right in front of her, right? But how could you know?
Yeah. I actually see plenty of grain in that Chainsaw Massacre Second Sight.
It's just more cleaned up than the Dark Sky release, I guess. So, which I have both those releases. I have the 4K that Dark Sky released. I have the Steelbook Blu-ray that Dark Sky released. The bare bones kind of one, you know.
Yeah.
But it's still a great release, and you know, it's Toby Hooper. If you like listening to Toby Hooper, you know, commentary.
Yeah. I've got every 4K that's been released on Chainsaw Massacre so far. I have 13 different editions of Chainsaw Massacre.
I think that's Dirk's all-time slasher. I think it is, or horror film. I think it is Texas Chainsaw Massacre too. But you probably have more releases, different ones than he does. But
I actually know a guy that's got 44.
Like you said, he has that one release of Demonia and stuff like that. That Arrow release. That's a nice release. I like Demonia. It's good nunsploitation. First time I've seen a nunsploitation film was Demonia. I tell you what, it's definitely faulty. It's different. I like it.
Yeah.
People like to shit on Severin, but they do good transfers. They just lie a little bit about the releases sometimes, and that's about it.
Yeah.
And they're releasing Burial Ground, and I am interested in Dracula by Jess Franco. I am interested in that film because that is Christopher Lee and supposed to be one of the better roles he's played as Dracula in that film. They seem to have the rights to a lot of Jess Franco films. So
yeah, that's the one that's just called Count Dracula, right?
Right. Well, Christopher Lee, my God. I mean, because he was doing another Hammer film, and then he's like just asked him, would you like to do this? Sure, why not? And I think that's the first film that the Renfield character is mentioned. I could be wrong, because Renfield is in Jess Franco's Dracula. So, and I like the way Lee looks in there. He looks a little bit older. He has the mud chops a little bit. I like that look for him as Dracula. It's different, you know.
If you're going to start out with a Hammer, the first one I recommend is Curse of Frankenstein. That was the very first one that they made. And it's where Peter Cushing plays Victor Frankenstein,
right?
And it's the one where Christopher Lee plays the monster, and it is fabulous.
Yeah, it's part of this set right here. I just need to open it up and watch it.
It is fabulous.
Yeah,
Curse of Frankenstein. It is the shit, man.
It also has the ones. Yeah, the Brides of Dracula, which I heard is quite good. I heard Brides of Dracula is a good one too.
Yeah. It's got a different person playing Dracula, but it is good too.
Right, a different one playing Dracula, which I heard is quite interesting and stuff like that. So
yeah, but
the opera The Kiss of the Vampire. Yeah,
all of them in that era are good.
I have this set here, and then I have another set that Mill Creek released when they're under Columbia Pictures. That's like 20 films in that set. And then I have the one. Then I just got the Warner Archive one of the horror of Count Dracula. That was Lee's first appearance as Count Dracula, and then of course Peter Cushing as Van Helsing. I agree with Sean too. He says, "Yeah, I would jump on a 4K for the Prowler." That's Tom Savini. Savini did the practical effects for that.
That's his favorite work he ever did.
The one scene with the knife in the head and the one dude's eyes all turn over white and shit like that. That's a trip. It's a good film. It's a good slasher. I like it a lot. Yeah.
To this day, that is Tom Savini's favorite. That is his personal favorite physical effects.
I thought maybe it'd be Nightmare in a Damaged Brain. I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding with that one. I mean, I'm kidding with that one, but
that's a great show. Here we go. Roger's not looking so well right now.
Yeah.
Coming to one of the more iconic scenes of the movie here.
Look at that old school TV right there with the antenna, man. That's what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
Hell yeah, dude.
Little it's either 8 or 12-inch tube black and white TV.
Yeah. Remember those
Peter
ones?
Rose.
I think they came with batteries or something like that. You know, the really ones that came with like, you know, the handle on them. You just pick them up and take them with you camping and shit.
Yeah. Didn't we? Didn't we whip him? We sure did, buddy.
You sure did, buddy.
We whipped him. We whipped him good.
He all looking like Rambo in the little cart thing with him all pushing him around, and he's all parking him and he's all shooting them all and stuff like that. That's great.
Yeah.
Don't want you to see him like this.
Yeah. They're building the wall here, so that in case anybody does come in here, they won't be able to find that stairway. Uh-oh.
Now we got to clean up.
Yeah. She's pregnant.
Yeah, morning sickness, dude. It's like crazy.
Great timing.
That's about right.
He's like, oh shit.
Oh, you got to put them somewhere. They put them in the meat coolers, meat freezer.
Yeah, with the meat that you're gonna,
With the meat. Got to keep them fresh, man, or else they'll start to stink.
Yeah.
You got to think of it like that. Yeah. They get exposed, they'll start to stink.
Badly.
The flipping music playing, the patriotic music playing and shit.
Yeah. Now, see, in the Argento cut, you don't get this music. It's all goblin.
The goblin score. Yeah.
Yeah, stack them right there by the fresh tomatoes and the fresh.
They found the registers. Find the register. Find the registers and shit and take the money out and stuff like that. And they see the security cameras like, here you go, buddy. Right here for you.
Yeah, just in case. You never know.
Yeah, gonna take by the bank. That's right, the bank in the mall.
David actually come looking for him.
Probably, was it Night of the Comet? Comet probably took from this too, because it's the same thing, right? The chicks all go into the mall and stuff like that, start dressing up and all this shit, you know? I haven't seen that in years. I've not seen the Night of the Comet in forever. They just released that 4K too.
Man, I got lots of memories of that one. When I was like 12 years old, watching that all summer break. They played it like every day on HBO.
Right, they play it on the TV and stuff like that, like on Fox 2 and stuff like that over here, you know?
Yeah.
And they played films like that, you know, because it was like no thing, right? They're edited, so it's like, so what? You know?
Yeah.
All the Alien films up to that point, the Terminator film I saw on Fox TV too, you know? One I saw on cable was when I was at my grandfather's house, and I see the opening with what's going on, and I'm like, Grandpa, what film is this? Or what movie is this? And stuff like that. What are you watching? He goes, this, Chris, is called Extreme Prejudice. And I've loved that film ever since. It's like so good.
Nope, I haven't seen that one, Sean. I don't think
black and white vampire film. Okay. Oh, Christopher Walken and Liv Taylor. Okay.
Christopher Walken and Lily Taylor. Yeah, okay.
90s
Maybe,
Walken.
maybe.
Everybody in chat, what's your favorite Christopher Walken film that he's done?
Oh man, he's done some good ones, man.
The Deer Hunter is really good. At Close Range, I like a lot.
So do I with Sean Penn. Yeah.
Yeah. It's the one Madonna song that she did for that, dude. That is like, yeah, it's depressing.
Live to Tell. Yeah.
Yeah, let's tell. It's based
That
off a
song
true story. That's a dark film.
That song was basically written about hers and Sean Penn's relationship, because remember they were together.
That was him and his brother.
Yeah.
In that film.
Christopher Penn back before Christopher got heavy set.
Yeah.
He died several years ago. You knew that, right?
Yeah, he did. Oh, like one of his last films. I had it on DVD. Fist of the North Star. Live action film. It's bad. Costas Mandylor is in that one too. It's pretty bad, but it's still a fun one to watch every once in a while. King of New York, yeah, that's pretty close with Larry Fishburne.
Yeah,
he goes off in the diner, I think it is, or the fast food place. Goes off.
Yeah. Yeah, sleep. Yeah, with him playing the Headless Horseman, Sleepy Hollow. Hell yeah.
Oh yeah, Sleepy Hollow. Oh, Gabriel in flipping The Prophecy.
Yeah.
I've only seen the first Prophecy film. Yeah. That film is a trip. Dead angels. Literally dead angels.
Yeah.
Yeah, Sean did a good impression of him on the horse and stuff like that. And Sleepy Hollow, he goes, yeah. The way he says it, dude, is great.
Here we go. There's the morphine.
Yep.
They've been pulling up that shit a long time ago. If that had been me, I just got.
There you go. You're all good now. You're better. That's cool makeup on him too. He kind of looks like me a bit with the droopy eyes a little bit there, you know, looking kind of paler and shit, you know. Good old dog tags on him and stuff like that. Like, yeah.
He's tired looking. He says, he knows the end's coming near for him. Like he's dying slowly, you know. I mean,
yeah, Ninja, I got a sub to your channel. I guess it's the same name. I'll definitely check that out if he's going to be doing a review.
Yeah.
I've only seen the first one. I haven't seen the second or the third, that's why it's that set, because he's in all three of those films as the part playing Gabriel, but it's all about the first one.
Yeah, Ninja's got a great channel.
Yeah, I'll have to check that out. Subbing to a lot of newer channels I'm liking a lot, so cool content. Mikey has a great channel, dude. I love the shorts that he does and stuff like that. And some films I've heard of, and other films I haven't. So he's got some good stuff there that he's been showing off. If you like that kind of stuff, you know, it's like, this is a great slasher. If you like this kind of thing, I'd recommend it.
I love his mixture of music and movies.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I like his hot takes on films that he doesn't like. He's like, I know people like this, but
I love how he'll start out with.
I'd have to revisit that, because a couple of his choices of films that he didn't like, I was like, okay, yeah, I can see that. So I respect it.
Yeah. He'll put out here. He'll be like, I'll probably get a lot of hate for this, but fuck it, I'm gonna say it anyway. Very opinionated. That's what I love about him.
It's all subjective. Yeah. That's right. Drink that Jack to numb the pain. Oh.
Dummies, dummies. Up. Yep, he went ahead and died. Now he's waiting for him to wake up.
Yeah, he's kind of all blanketed up there, so you don't know. Well,
Yeah. This is what you had to have seen this scene at some time, because this is one of the more showing scenes. That would suck, sitting there waiting for your best friend to come back from the dead so you can kill him. Uh-oh.
they watching like a comedy on the television. Yeah, because I see the dude with the glasses on the iPad.
They're basically watching the news of this guy telling everybody how stupid they are.
To be all over us. Yep, they knew. That's a Panasonic TV too. It looks like. I almost thought it was a Zenith. Yeah, it's a Panasonic.
Yep. Boom. Yep. No more.
My stepfather, my mom saved the Zenith TV that we had forever. I don't think they have it anymore. But yeah, that has to be at least 30 or 40 years old.
Definitely keeps it real, his content. Doesn't
Right,
get the recognition
like
he
mannequins.
deserves. Yeah. That's why I tried to help with give it recognition to Mikey and Ninja and Chris and Dirk. You know what I mean? I'm trying to give more recognition to everybody that's not getting it. People that put out the work and put out the passion and put out the love for the films and everything that aren't getting noticed as much, man. I'm doing my best to fight the good fight.
Oh yeah, it's because of them. It's because of one of people I follow, a Pop's Movie Dungeon, A.K. Allen. They were doing, first time I started watching him was when he was doing top films of this era from, like, let's say 70 to 75 or something like that. He did it like increments of like 3 years. What's the best film in that time span? You know, their top kind of fives or something like that. And one of the people in the panel, Brad, mentioned Ebola syndrome. And I never heard of that. When he mentioned it's a Category 3 film, I'm like, what's that? And then he got another one called The Untold Story from Unearthed Films that released that. And I decided to pick that up with Anthony Wong. Oh, my God. I've never seen a film like that in my life, ever. Films like The Untold Story keep me awake at night. They keep you up at night. Yeah, there's a scene in there where chopsticks are used. You can't get that out of your head. It's almost comical when I think about it now. You know, I'm like going, gee, those are great camera shots from a table. I tell you what, from a bottom of a table, you know, it's a great film. Anthony Wong, dude, but my God, it's a, yeah. I haven't watched Ebola Syndrome yet, and I have a Taxi Hunter as well. It's part of that trilogy of him and that director that did that stuff. So,
yeah. Did you ever pick up this one yet?
I have that on my wish list. I love Christmas Cruelty. That's a wow. He's like all answering the door, ho ho ho.
Yeah. Signed by the whole cast and crew, man.
Hell yeah. That's a great film. It's a great Norwegian horror.
Yeah.
Yeah, top overrated movies. That's it.
Definitely appreciate you having you around, Mikey, and of course you, Chris, and Dirk, and all you guys. you guys have actually given me new light.
I just thank the community in general to introducing me to these films that I've heard of, but some I've never heard of. Like because of the community, I bought High Tension on that Blu-ray, which is still a good Blu-ray, and you watch that, I'm like, oh god, that's top 10 horror, dude.
Yeah.
And that's the only one I've seen. I haven't seen Martyrs. I haven't seen Frontiers. You know,
Yeah.
I haven't seen those films. And I'm saving up to get a region-free player so I can buy those films and watch those films. You know,
Yeah.
because
I
who
got
knows if
two.
the U.S. will have the balls to release them. They probably will. Lionsgate probably will. You know, I can see them doing a collection of those films, but you know.
Yeah, because I was really starting to feel very underappreciated, and then they're for these last several months, very underappreciated, and then I met you guys, some of you newer guys I hadn't met yet, and then you guys kind of breathed new life into me, and I really appreciate that.
So I'm doing the streams tomorrow with you all, and I do my Giallo showcases and just my slasher Saturdays, and I plan on doing a Western Wednesdays. I just haven't gotten up to the point of watching the Westerns that I have just yet. So that's the thing. But Western Wednesdays are coming. So the first one will probably be 310 to Yuma, the remake version with Russell Crowe and Christian Bale. So that'll probably be the first Western Wednesday I do.
Timestamp for an hour and 45 with about 30 minutes to go.
Yep.
Well, I'm glad you enjoy it so far, man.
I have Nefarious Juno. I haven't watched it yet. That was released last year. It's a possession film. It's kind of like it's a Christian horror film, I guess you can call it. There was a channel I watched where somebody reviewed it saying it's kind of like a Christian horror type film, because it's kind of done from the same kind of studios like that. But I've heard it's quite good. I heard it's different, but I've heard good things about it.
Because I had actually come to a point where I was thinking about quitting.
I've gotten to that point too, and I've only done this for like a little bit. I just try, like you say, you guys sometimes not pay attention to the noise and the bullshit and the trolls and the idiots out there do like this stuff.
Yeah, it just gets to me sometimes. But then when I meet new guys like you and Dirk and Mikey and everybody, it just helps reinvigorate me. It just helps, it helps. It strengthens me.
Like I said, I was going to watch it later on tonight, but I'll watch it tomorrow. It'll be my second watching of Sisters because I have the Criterion release of that. I love Sisters, but it's been a minute, so I have to kind of revisit the film. So I'll do that earlier tomorrow, so I'm ready for the stream. Sisters is done black and white too, I think. So,
parts of it are, but parts of it are black or the flashbacks are like black and white, but
right.
But it's mainly color.
Margot Kidder playing herself. I mean,
that's
a great actress.
Good performance. That's probably the best performance she ever did.
I liked her in Amityville.
Yeah.
People make fun of her a little bit because of the screams. They've done a GIF for that, but it's not really that bad. I like the film. It's actually kind of terrifying. It actually is. It's a classic, that's for sure. Is it James? James Brolin? No.
Yeah,
It's
yeah,
the father of the Brolin
yeah,
that we have now. Yeah,
yeah. James Brolin, yeah.
yeah, James Brolin. And then the one dude's girlfriend who is like a psychic or something like that too. It's like, I know these things, right? Like she's a wannabe Elaine
Yeah, yeah.
Warren before
Right,
before
right.
The Conjuring, right? So, you know, the red room and all that shit when he all opens the basement and the bricks and all that stuff too, and then crazy shit starts happening. He's like, oh my god, you know, and all this stuff.
Yeah, the dog starts digging at it first, yeah, and then he decides to beat it down and shit. And they're supposed to go out to dinner, and they're like, "What the fuck are you doing, man?"
The priest that's blessing the house, and he's up there in the top bedroom or whatever it is, and the flies start to come in and shit. That shit
Get
freaks me
out,
out, dude.
get out,
Get
and
out.
the very next scene you see is his ass running from the fucking house.
Dude, yeah, he's trying to tell the priest about it and stuff like that, and he needs passion. He becomes blind because of it and all this other shit, dude. I'm like, fuck.
Yeah, it's like, get out.
Oh,
and,
get out.
and then
Now,
it
there's
cuts
Savini.
scenes.
There he
His ass
is.
is running to the car.
Look at Savini with his hair and his mustache, dude. Look at that shit. Those mutton chops, man.
Oh yeah,
Being the
yeah.
sweet
Oh,
talker and maniac until Mr. Spinell baseball slides up that hood of that car and just goes,
boom. One of the best head explosions ever. I have that on my regular intro, the head explosion. That and the scanners head explosion, and the whole body explosion on the Fury.
Oh, the Fury? I have to watch that. The Fury, that's with Douglas, right?
Yeah, it's got Kirk Douglas,
yeah,
Amy
son,
Irving,
right?
it's Amy Irving, Kirk Douglas, Carrie Snodgrass, a very young Daryl Hannah, Andrew Stevens. That's a good De Palma too, man.
Like when I did that stream, An Hour to Kill with Dirt, we did there were three slasher films. Don't Go Into the House, Nightmare in a Damaged Brain, and Maniac. Two of those, mommy issues, huge mommy issues, big mommy issues, right?
Definitely.
Nightmare in a Damaged Brain, one of the greatest twists and horrifying endings I've seen in a slasher in a long time. I really like Nightmare in a Damaged Brain.
Yes, it is very, very good. I got
on it a little bit, but
I got the Southern release of it. Here they go.
At the point they're like all talking to the bikers and all this other shit. The one dude with like the helmet on and stuff like that. Like, where are you all at?
Guess what they're getting ready to do? They want them all.
Just 3, huh? Yeah.
There's a whole gang of these motherfuckers coming. Yep, holy shit's right, because there's a lot of them.
Yeah, professional army. Which makes it worse is like there's no lights anywhere, kind of technically.
Yeah.
Who's going to keep them on, right? This shit happens.
Taking off his rings and everything, getting prepared for war.
Well, you don't know. They can't trust anybody. They're bikers anyway. Like Hell's Angels and shit like that. They're a gang. You know what I mean?
Oh, yeah. They want it if there's any way possible, they're going to take it.
Yeah. Well, of course, that's what it is, you know?
Yep.
Like, do you fear the dead, or do you fear the undead, or do you fear the living people?
In a way, the people are a lot more dangerous.
Oh yeah. Oh, man's a dangerous bane. Oh, boom. I'll take in the mod off cocktails and just like fucking just
Blew that fucker up. Yeah.
a la
They're
Lucio
preparing
Fulci's
to.
Zombie, where they're all in that barn, flipping, throwing those mod off cocktails, and they're hitting the top of the ceiling. So it's raining down fire. I was like, damn.
Right. They got the advantage though because they're inside.
Nice, Mikey. Yeah, my mom and her first husband were raised around Hell's Angels territory in California. My parents lived in that's when they were married to different people. My grandparents lived in San Lorenzo, so Hayward, Oakland area, and stuff like that too. So they lived right next to Sonny Barger's mom. Y'all know who Sonny Barger is, but yeah, he's the Oakland chapter president. Legendary person. He recently passed away last year. He had a house here in Livermore where I live at. When I went up to see my parents up in Trinity County, I remember coming back. That's right after he passed. So you saw bikers. I've never seen so many bikers because they're going to a place, where Tucker Carlson was actually at when he did that eulogy there. They all met him there and all this other stuff too. Just paying my respects to him. I have no issue with him. So. I remember my mom telling me one time. She said the scaredest I ever felt was when I had to sub for her husband for a party. So she says, "Here I am in my poodle skirt, knocking on the door, and this big tattoo dude just comes up and answers the door. I never felt more afraid in my life." They're all good though with it and stuff like that, but you never know. What's up, Russell?
Russell, what's up?
Watching Dawn of the Dead, my friend. The extended cans cut on this second side release I have. It's a good transfer. That's for damn sure.
Oh yeah. Always is with Second Sight, man. I believe Second Sight's the best Vegeta going out there, man.
Arrow UK's done a good job, like last year and this year and stuff like that with these releases. My God, the Psycho box set, that's worth it for Psycho 2 alone by itself. The Hellraiser set, that's a cool one. And then of course because Sean has one of the releases. I have the Arte release of this bad boy right here. So yeah, I pre-ordered this as soon as it came out. So absolutely with this guy.
They're just in here tearing up shit just to be tearing it up. Let all the zombies back in after they cleared it all out.
Right, yeah, they opened up the gates a little bit.
They're actually gonna mug this zombie woman of all her rings and shit.
Yeah, all for jewelry and shit like that. That's funny. Yeah, they're just pillaging the place. Oh yeah, with like the spray bottles or whatever they are.
Yeah. The pie fight, yeah. The pie fight, of course, isn't in the Argento one. It's much shorter, man. I think it's only like an hour and a half.
Oh yeah, he's kind of stuck there. Yeah, Picks up like the shirt and tie thing. He just puts it back. He's like, no, I don't need that.
Yeah. Czar, we took it.
It's ours. We took it.
He's taking it personally.
You can't take them all on, my friend. Oh, he has a flipping battle axe.
Yeah, what the fuck, man? You gonna get your blood pressure there?
Yeah, what the hell are you doing down there? What you doing?
Cavalry charge.
Yeah. Now we got war.
This is known as the machete zombie.
Yeah, he got a machete on him. Nice. Yeah, it's typical Savini with that, with the whole hatchet cut to the head. Yeah, that's typical. That's pretty good. He's like, I think I'll use that in other films.
Yeah.
He almost does it just like that with Crispin Freeman in Part 4. He's like, where's the fucking corkscrew? Turns around.
Yeah. Ted? Where's the corkscrew, Ted?
Ted, where's the fucking corkscrew?
There it is. There's your yeah. Good old Crispin Glover, yeah.
Yeah, double mint twins.
Yeah, yeah.
She gets like tossed out the window and lands on the car. That scene was on point. Bounces
Bang,
off
yeah.
of it. She goes like, boom, like that. I'm like, shit.
You see the window shatter out of it? Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that is a pretty good one.
Oh, the big dude just flops like right into the flipping fountain.
Lid right in, yeah.
Yeah, all the shoes and shit like that.
I didn't break bad enough. Here, let me slam it with the sledgehammer.
Yeah, sledgehammer. Oh,
See?
He's a good shot.
Well, yeah. I mean, the difference is he's highly trained. See, he's not only force, he's special force. It's gonna take more than just you to fight against him, man. He's highly trained.
Yeah, Savini's like, oh, you motherfucker.
Yeah.
Right, yeah. What is it? You just put like quarters or money into it and you get the blood pressure thing. I actually remember those.
Yeah.
I see you.
Chocolate Man.
Yeah, chocolate man.
He actually went there.
Yeah, he went there.
She's like, what the hell is happening? Peter can't answer you right now, man.
Oh, he's in the boiler room. Or whatever they'd call it. That's definitely Italian light where you see her like in the light with the candles and shit like that. That's pretty good.
Yeah.
Yeah, like has a samurai sword. It looks like they're just chopping heads off.
Oh yeah, he was getting the power going again.
Oh shit, he's on the elevator. Oh shit.
Oh. Oh.
He's caught. He's done. Yeah. Got his ear too. It is kind of true. They realize they're just sitting there really doing kind of nothing wise. So they can just like take out the zombies as many as they want. Damn.
Yeah.
Woo, got him. Got him.
Yep.
Was that a Tommy gun he has? It literally looks like a Tommy gun the way that magazine
Yeah.
looks.
Yeah.
Damn. Oh.
Fucking the hell of a shot. Moving
Yeah.
target.
Like a red version of the 18 van.
Mm-hmm.
I remember those side carts on motorcycles.
There he goes. Moving target.
Oh, let the zombies take him out. Oh, that's good. Yeah, that's right.
It's over. Yeah. They're beginning to lose. Too many zombies. They've let too many of them
Why
in.
does he even go to the blood pressure machine?
Who
It's
knows,
like-
man? He's a dumb fuck.
Do with the sombrero.
Yeah, yeah.
Technically, he should have his like his bones has to be shattered, what, in his shoulder or something. It's like,
Oh yeah.
I like Art the Clown. I
Yeah.
have Terrifier
Oh, yeah.
2. I've not watched it yet. So I love the first Terrifier. He is ruthless. He is ruthless in that. He gives two shits about that woman, about those ladies.
Oh, yeah. Terrifier 2, I liked up until about the last. The ending is way too long in my opinion, and it kind of goes
It's kind of
along.
a long film.
Yeah, the ending's just too long. I wish they'd have went a little bit more the first one.
Oh yeah, look at that! Just pull his stomach apart, dude. Ugh.
Oh yeah.
Yummy.
All he's got to do is make it to that doorway. Oh shit!
Yeah, he's gone. He knows it.
Ain't nothing you can do about it.
It's even worse. You can hear it. You can hear it on the water.
Yeah.
He pushed some of them off.
This guy that comes in here to me looks like Dennis Leary.
He does.
You remember?
He does a little bit. I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, he looks like Dennis Leary.
Damn.
He's doing his best
now
to
they
fight
got
him.
him.
All.
Yeah. Too bad. If I were him, I'd have a grenade on me. He says, "This is how it's going to be. This is how it's going to be." Oh, headshot. Oh, is he? He's probably going to end it here. He's probably.
No, this is one of the coolest scenes of the whole movie here.
He's dead. He's dead.
They've retaken over the mall. His arm's still in the
Your blood pressure's over. I just saw that. That's good. You can almost think of it as a cannibal film, you know, grindhouse cannibal film, you know. The blonde looks awfully familiar. I know I've seen her in other things. That's right, because they opened the door, so now they're all in the mall. So they're kind of fucked right now. Oh, there he is.
His zombie walk is incredible, man.
Yeah.
Look at
It's, this is where I see some people get turned off a little bit by this because it's almost comical a little bit, but it's still great. Oh.
See, this is what tells you that he knows, because he knows about that wall that they built.
Yeah. He's going to go right to it. He's like, yep.
It's this way, guys. Come on.
Come on there, people. He's like, damn it, why can't I walk straight? What the fuck? It's like I can't walk straight. It's this way. It's this way.
See, there's that guy still carrying that gun pointing at his
He
face.
is. They're coming up. Only place left is the roof. Oh, there he is. Notice he closed the door.
Yeah.
Oh.
Here, get out the way, man. We got to get in. He's carrying his fucking gun pointed at his face. That
Yeah.
always kills me.
Almost like shooting fish in a barrel if he does it right. Yee. Flipping nurse, just like sitting there, like, like. You can't climb the ladders. That's interesting. Oh, he has the little pistol there. God, it's like the one my grandma used to have. Little ones you put in your purse.
Yeah. He's still trying to figure out how to use that M16.
She's like waiting for him. She knows that he's not.
Yeah. But she can't wait forever. Oh. He says, fuck it. I ain't giving up. You get the little bit of hero music. He said, wait for me. I changed my mind. I don't want to die in
I
here.
don't think she can. She has to kind of go back down and pick him up. He has to grab on. I'm afraid of heights, but I'd do it. I'm like, hell no, I ain't gonna die here.
Ugh. Yeah. You can hear. No, wait a minute. Here. I think I like this one better.
Yeah, there you go. That works better for you.
Point this at my face for a while.
How much fuel do we have? Not much. All right.
There you go, man. No one did.
Do. Dr. Foster. David Crawford. Butchie. Guy named Butchie.
Yeah. The original ending of that was going to be, I do believe, where he killed himself in there. And instead of her taking off, she was going to jump up head first into the fucking propeller of the helicopter. So that was going to be the ending.
Oh, I could see that.
That you talking about a fucking downer of an ending.
Right, like a true horror type of ending, you could say, where there's like no happy ending wise. Where there's no happy ending with this one. They get away, but
Yeah.
you know, can leave up to your own conclusion what happens to them. Weapons,
So
factory. That's interesting.
So where do you put it?
Where did I put it? Letterbox score. Letterbox. It's a 4 out of 5 with a heart. My personal score. It's a solid 8.5 out of 10. Where Zombie gets a 9 out of 10.
Cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, I knew you'd enjoy it, man.
It's a fun good zombie film to watch. It's wow. Like I say, the original Night of the Living Dead is his masterpiece, and I like Day of the Dead just as a horror type of film, you know.
Yeah.
And it's 80s too, and I like more the, you know. Oh yeah, Dr. Butcher. There's another name for that one that Russell was talking about. Yeah, but very, very good release by Second Sight, and yeah, Second Sight kills it with their thing. I'll definitely give my review on Letterboxd about this. Yeah, great shit. Definitely a good film, so I like it. So.
Yeah, thanks for joining me on it, man.
Oh yeah, awesome. Always cool. Always cool checking out the greatness. So, you know, checking out the classics and gives me an excuse to watch it with you all, you know.
Hell yeah, man.
Watch this stuff and not be late to the party. So, you know, that's really the thing with this one. Oh no, great release by Second Sight in general like that. So, yeah, definitely great stuff. So, yeah, alternate name for Zombie Holocaust. That's right.
Yeah, you know, we'll do a Shaun of the Dead. I haven't seen Shaun of the Dead in a long time, so yeah, be a pleasure to do it. I will of course be back tomorrow night at what time? We doing that tomorrow night at 8 Eastern?
So 5 Pacific Standard Time. I have it. I have it all ready to go on YouTube, and it should give you your time over there.
Okay.
So yeah,
cool.
it's at 5. So it's at 5 Pacific Standard Time. 4 films on Brian De Palma, aka thanks to Caveman for putting that up, the Palma files, so to speak, and that kind of works really good. So I like that a lot. So yeah, check it out then, and check out my Slasher Saturday, where I'll be. Slasher Saturday is going to be on The Unseen. So
The Unseen.
Yeah, that's going to be my Slasher Saturday. So
nobody ever talks about The Unseen, man, and I love The Unseen.
Definitely Slasher to check out. I believe it is one. It's basically Monster Under the Basement type of a film, for I understand. It sounds familiar to me. So, but yeah, I picked up the last Kino sale. I picked that up when it was available.
I have, I got it right on here. I got it right here. I have the Scorpion release of it right here. It's one nobody ever talks about. It kicks fucking ass.
Oh, nice. You have that one with the slip. That's a good one. Yeah. It's a nice one.
Hey, don't forget to send me the link for tomorrow through Twitter.
Through Twitter.
Because for some reason through Instagram and in my StreamYard, they do not mix well, and I end up being sideways. I don't know why.
That. Yeah, you mentioned that. Now it's easy to now share the link with everybody anyway.
So yeah, just send it through Twitter there, so I'm not sideways, and we'll be good to go.
Yeah.
But thanks to everybody for joining us. And thanks for giving it a decent shot and an open mind and enjoying it. I'm so glad you liked it, man.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Oh yeah, who doesn't like zombie greatness? Specifically from the year before I was born, 1978. I was born 1979, so it's all good, and it's classic, great Romero. So yeah.
Hell yeah.
All right.
But I will catch everybody later. First of all, you know I got to do it. Let's do a little bit of Foghorn Lake.
All right.
Foghorn Leghorn. Let me find it here.
Boy, that's a head. But that's a joke, boy. You missed it. Went right past you. You gotta keep on your toes. Toes, that is. The fast ones get right by you. Keep your ears open. Yappity, yappity, yap. I can't get a word in each way. What are you doing? I say, what are you doing with a pump? Pumping for oil? You're crazy, boy. There's no oil on this ground. Stand up, son. You're falling all over yourself.
All right, man. I will I will catch you tomorrow. And everybody have a great night. Take care of yourselves. Take care of each other. Have a
Smash
great
the
night.
like, sleeping bag to subscribe to this, man. Come on, people, let's do it. Let's go.
Absolutely.
Awesome time. Y'all have a great evening.
Absolutely. Thanks
All
a
right.
lot. And I will leave you guys with a little bit of extra gas. How about that? Take it easy.
All right.
Because I am agoraphobe and you are not.